Greetings everybody, this is Minn-Tech, and today we're going to be doing a repair that I meant to do for a long time, but I didn't have a chance because I did not have a HomePod with the symptoms that I will just show you. This is about the blinking or flashing volume buttons, and this points to a corrupt firmware or software that failed to update, and we will be trying to repair this. And let's just plug this in and let's see what happens. Maybe I'll just turn this light off for a sec. Okay, so if we touch it, and here's a symptom. As you can see, it's swirling, and let's see what happens. And today we will be trying to get the firmware fully restored and fix this notorious problem that plagues many of these original first generation HomePods. These HomePods sound great, and I really enjoy listening to them, and maybe more so I enjoy repairing them and get these HomePods restored and enjoyed by their owners. Okay, here we go. And this is the symptom. So this could be caused by a hardware issue as well, but so far all the data that we have seen on this seems like a majority of that is more of a software related issue than a hardware related issue, although both are possible. If it is a hardware related issue, then the logic board has to be replaced. But if it's a software related issue, I will just show you how this could be addressed. So let's unplug this. And here's what we're going to be doing. We will be tapping into the diagnostics ports in the back. And it's not terribly hard to open this. You could do this. And many of these things that I will show you, you could actually do that at home by yourselves. However, you will need the right equipment, right tools as usual. And if it is just one-off, a single HomePod, you might think that it defeats the purpose. But you know, feel free to ask me any questions about this, how it's done, and many kudos and a great thanks and gratitude goes to some of the folks that have been doing this for a long time, such as Nick, and those people who have really helped write the code and the software that allowed people like ourselves to address this issue. Basically, what you're seeing here is this is a prototype. We might be advancing this a little bit, but a 4-pronged, essentially USB that allows us to connect our Mac directly into the HomePod. So this is the physical connection that many of us are missing, that allows us to go connect to the logic board and flush it through. So I'll be recording. You'll see the codes, and let me take these off. It's hard to type with these. So this is basically physically connected to my Mac with an M1 processor, and through USB. And let's plug this in. I will start the recording. This has to be upside down, by the way, for this to work. And let me start the recording of the screen. So you can see what I am actually doing. Okay. So, and we plug in the power, and this should allow our computer to essentially see the HomePod in restore mode. And there it is. Allow access, yes. And now let's run this. Perfect. And we should allow this. And then we'll reset this. And then let's do this. These are some of the parameters so that we can see the flow. And this is the IPSW file that will help restore. Here we go. And then we will say yes to this. And rest is just being patient. And this is indeed, if this is indeed a software problem, then do not miss these. And then it will connect in recovery mode. There we go. It will disconnect and reconnect in restore mode. And I will fast forward through some of these. You don't need to see the details here. Perfect. And then the restore starts. I mean, great. Many thanks to those people who worked on this, getting this, making this available. It's great help. There are many people who can restore this for you, like ourselves. We'll be happy to do it. I will be happy if you did it yourself as well, if you could. But if you feel that you'd rather send it over to us, we provide the service for a reasonable cost. Right now it is $49. And that is, we take the risk of this being actually a hardware issue. If it is, we have spare original logic boards that we can replace yours with. But we would rather not open it and just do this restore for you. And this $49 includes two-way shipments. We have a very convenient mail-in service where you essentially put an order, and in that order, most of the time, if you use Apple Pay or so on from our website, when you purchase, your information flows through, and that goes directly through with minimal manual operation into a USPS prepaid label that we email to you. And you just take that, you just open up that email and you will have a prepaid label. If you want to stick it onto your box, and take your box, take your HomePod all nicely packed to a United States Postal Service facility somewhere nearby. Or if you would like to have the Postal Service print the label for you, we also provide a QR code that you can just go show at the counter, and the Postal Service will print out the label for you. But make sure you packed your HomePod. They can also pack it. You can pack it over there, but that'll cost you extra. So just get it all packed. Go there, show the QR code. They'll print out the label for you for free. Apply it and send it over to us. You don't have to deal with shipping yourself, and it's actually costly if you ship it yourself because you'll do it retail. But here we can keep the costs low because we have a very good commercial shipping rate. So we pass it on to you and make it available. So that label comes to you like that. And once it comes here, we perform this operation that we are just sharing with you. And we then, nicely pack your HomePod in a nice little box and then ship it over back to you for free. And hopefully you'll enjoy your HomePod for quite a while. All right, in the meantime, this is the longest phase that it goes through. But it's such a pleasure to be able to get these things, which is software bricked, essentially nothing you could do as a user. There's a little bit of knowledge and a tool barrier between you and the HomePod that would allow you to restore this. But anyway, so that's how Apple designed this. not my decision. I wish there was an easier USB port right here that wouldn't require specialized equipment like this. Apple had, they have their own little original dongle that goes into this diagnostics port. We don't have it. All right, let's just wait. All right, yep, it's done now, 100%. And you might see some of the timeouts here. You don't need to worry about that. Maybe the most complicated part of it is not the physical connection here, but being able to perhaps get all the software correctly configured and installed. If you happen to have opened your HomePod app and have the logic board that has failed, essentially, if you know what I'm talking about, and you could see our other videos, we clearly show what a logic board looks like. It's essentially like so, right? Here's the logic board. This is failed, and this is like a hardware failure. We couldn't do anything to this. You can ship this to us, and we can repair that and ship it back to you as well. Let's unplug, and then we will remove our connector.
Power dongle here. Tim Starr and David, you can check their Git pages, and they have been tremendously helpful in getting this thing all figured out.
There we go. Perfect. Now, what we're gonna do is flip it over, and let's see what we have. There we go. It's restored. Good to go. And thanks for watching. As I said, you can go to our website, minn-tech.com, MINN dash or hyphen TECH.com. And on there you will see a number of services, and there will be a flashing or blinking volume button service for and if you want to have us restore and ship your HomePod back to you, that $49 covers shipment both ways, and we'll be happy to do it for you. Otherwise, drop in any questions. You will also see a comment box or a question box on our website under our contact information, and feel free to drop in any questions, and we'll be happy to answer the best we can. Thanks for watching.